Hey, I'm Kate-Lynn and I'm going to be doing a fun and exciting science demonstration with you today. So, first I need to ask, are we ready to do some science? I don't think we are. Let's try that again. Are we ready to do some science? Yeah, that's better. So, what we're going to talk about today is mirrors. So, we're not just going to talk about any mirrors. We're actually going to make our own mirror and then talk about it. We're going to talk about how mirrors reflect and change light to show us pictures of ourselves. So first, before we do that, I'm going to show you a mirror. So, we start off with this flask I have, round bottom flask. You can see that just a regular flask, nothing special about it. Now, I am going to mix up some fun stuff and change this clear flask into a mirror. So, I'm going to start off with pouring some dextrose into the flask. Now, here comes the tricky part. I'm going to add silver nitrate. This is what gives me my silvery look in the mirror to a beaker. And I'm going to pour just a little bit of ammonium hydroxide. Alright, you can still see we have a clear solution here. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to add some potassium hydroxide into this solution here. Give this a stir. So right now we have two solutions in here that are both clear. I'm going to add them together. Put a stopper in, and you can see clear. Don't have a mirror yet. Never fear, it's going to happen. See, I can see it turning a nice brownish color. So, what happens with mirrors is light actually bounces off our body and fires at the glass of a mirror, just like little bullets. Okay, a bunch of light or photons are firing at that mirror, and what happens is it actually reacts, or it hits the silver atoms. So we added silver into this flask. It actually hits the silver atoms and excites them. Now, silver atoms are pretty boring. They don't like to be excited for some reason. So what they do with those photons, or those rays of light, is they get rid of them. They don't want them, so they just fire them back at you. And the photons that you see fired back at you, so those are those rays of light, those are what you're seeing as the reflection. So the light passes through the glass and it hits the atoms of the silver, and then it actually excites them. And then, because they don't want to be excited, they throw those photons or rays of light back at you, and that causes you to see a reflection. Okay, so we can see right now, starting to get a dingy flask here. That means it's working. A few more minutes and we'll have a shiny new mirror. This is looking pretty good. You can see how it's a lot more shinier. I can actually see myself. I'm looking pretty great today. So what I have to do now, just because the products of this are a little bit, can be a little bit dangerous, I'm going to pour this into my waste beaker right here. Here you go. This is a mirror that I have created. So I can see the light bouncing off me and firing at this guy, and it's sending some photons back at me that I can see. So, I must ask, mirror, mirror in the flask, who deserves to come back?
Kate-Lynn deserves to come back.